welcome back to Sarita's garden. It's been about 2 weeks since our very cold weather, and I just wanted to show you some of the aftermath. This trunk that goes right down here, this is a Rollinia, and it's not looking great. It has pretty much all dead leaves and or lost leaves. However, there's a little bit of, where was that spot? Green hope right there. Let's see if I can get that clear. So there's a little bud there, so that's good. And I did scratch this tree once and it did show green, so that might come back, but I'm not sure. We'll see. And then here's another Rollinia, which you can really just see the scaffolding in the foreground in front of the banana. It does have some leaves on it still, and let's see. All the buds that were starting, all the buds that were starting do seem to be a little bit brown, but there's a little bit of pale green to some of them, so, we'll see what happens. Oops. The bananas, while the leaves look really bad, like there's green leaves starting to push out through the middle. So like you can see that green leaf. So we're starting to see some greenery coming out. So that's exciting. So this looks, it looks really bad. It's gotten actually worse since like the week after the event. There's a couple things over here, like this is Brazilian red cloak. Whoops. Why is it not going closer? Brazilian red cloak in there, and then there's a chaya there. Those seem to be hanging in there. We've been told that the bananas will all just, like, as long as the corm underground stays watered, that those should continue. It just might take a lot more time till we actually get fruit. This cutie right here, this mango was the one, if you saw my videos of covering, this is, I'm facing north, I'm in the northwest right now. This one is a grafted variety that I grafted. It didn't take originally, and then I took all the labels off of it, and then it did take. The graft did take, and so I don't know what variety it is, but it's something I like. I think it might be an orange sherbet. We have these like traffic cones that got left at our house when we got mulched once, and so we used those. We had some stakes, and we had a bunch of moving blankets, and then I had like a table cover, like tarp thing all around it. And we left that on for all the days, and it came out unscathed. So that was a real learning takeaway, because I'm going to tell you what didn't work in a moment. Then over here, I think I did mention Simmons avocado. We did have a table over this. This is like our washing produce table that we carried over. We also had moving blankets around it, kind of pinned around it. And so that seemed to go really well. So what I am noticing is that things that we had covered with fabric fared much better. As you can see, just as a note, this is the Mexican sunflower, that really tall plant that has yellow flowers that are pretty. You can see here all of the green buds. Why is it not going in? I'm pushing the wrong button, Sarah. You can see all those green buds down low. This is a very hardy plant, no doubt. So that's going to be looking back to normal really soon. Again, everything we listened to a lot of people online, local people that own nurseries and have been growing fruit trees for a long time. They've said for the whole month of February, because we can get cold again in February till the end of the month, to not do anything except water regularly. Don't overwater, but water regularly. So you can see how that top is all dry, but the bottom has continued to push out. That's fresh growth. So it's still doing its thing. It's still taking leaves up and out, and I think some things will rebound and be okay. This is interesting because this is Sapodilla. This is the Hesea variety, and our Sapodillas did the best in this cold event. So we're kind of thinking of doubling down and adding some more sapodillas. Sapodilla trees are very slow to grow. However, in Miami they use them in growing areas where they use them at perimeters of the property because they have they can handle hurricane winds. All right, this was our insurance mango. Not so sure what's going to happen with that. This is an example of maybe what not to do. We had a big plastic dome. It had been covering our wellhead, and we had moved it next to our shed, and we've just been like using it as like a little table. So we put that on, and that didn't seem to go as well as the things that we covered with moving blankets. And then we had an upside down Lowe's plastic bucket that we put over this guy. This is a jackfruit Chempedek seedling, and that guy looks super sad. And hard to say. It's so young and small. There's really not much to see there, so we're going to move on. In the week after, when I did a video, or it might have been just a few days after the cold, I talked about how this guy, Oro Negro avocado, looked so good. And in the last week, so this is like the second week since, we've noticed that it definitely still had some damage. So you can see all those dead and curled leaves in there. I mean, it has a lot of green leaves, so overall I think it's just fine, but it still did suffer. So overall, I just wanted to mention that things are losing their leaves. We did hear some people say that if they are losing their leaves, that's not such a terrible thing, because then the plant is like letting go of that, and then it can regenerate new leaves. We've kind of been, walking around looking for things that have buds, like I just showed you on the Mexican sunflower, and I did see a little one on the first Rollinium when I just began the video. This was sad. This is hard to see with the light, but this is a Jamaican cherry, and I hope it comes back. I hope it just loses its leaves and comes back strong. This was Mexicola, and Mexicola just had this little bit of damage up top. It's pushing out some buds right now. I don't know if these are leaf buds or flowers, since we haven't seen this particular avocado do that yet. This is the best this avocado has looked since we've had it. We did move it. It was over yonder before. And so I'm pretty pleased with how it's doing up here. It's not particularly like growing in height, but it's looking good. All right, and then I already showed some video over here. This passion fruit vine, we're hopeful it'll keep going. It doesn't look too bad, but then you look over here at our jackfruit. Oh, that's just heartbreaking. We did scratch test this. We did see some green, so hopefully those leaves will come off, and it'll start putting new leaves on. In another video, I'll do the kind of the south area. We have another jackfruit near the oak tree, and it looks amazing. So thanks for watching Sarita's Garden. Just a little update on how things are looking after the cold weather. See you next time.